Hey, hey, hello.
So dope.
I said it wrong. Object, the 3D object file, and yeah, we're like customizing it because it's really cool what you can do with it. So I'm really interested in seeing what you guys do when you open up the world a little more to everyone.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just being introduced to all this stuff, so I'm pretty unfamiliar with it. Where I came into it very unfamiliar with it, and this is just I just based it on like a traditional gallery, but in the future I'll definitely try to use my imagination a little bit more. But still, I'm pretty happy
Yeah,
with the
you
way it
should.
turned out.
I'm actually part of a team called Utopian Renaissance, and our founder, Ashley, she actually creates professional galleries for Spatial. So yeah, you should definitely check out the Discord. You can see how she works. She's actually a professional architect in the daytime, like that's what she does for work. And then she's coming out with a 888 collection later on, so people should be able to buy their own gallery and import them into Spatial.
Very cool. I'm
Yeah,
definitely interested in
Utopian
checking all that stuff out.
Renaissance. Yeah,
Okay,
Utopian Renaissance. In case you're
I'm writing
interested.
it down.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm actually the community manager and the moderator there, so I'll definitely greet you if you come in.
Definitely get into the Discord, Winston, if you aren't already. I'm sure your community will expand drastically through that.
I have there is an Infinite World Discord, but I definitely need to pump it up a little bit more. But in the right now, I'm going to go to Discord and
Yeah,
follow the
join
space.
join Spatials
That
though, so you can just connect with
that's what I'm doing right
all
now.
of our community. Yeah, it's right in our Twitter bio if you want to check that. But this is super awesome, Winston. I definitely want you to like tell the story that we all got on Instagram Live because it's really fascinating how you started this whole thing. Um, it's awesome.
Yeah, well, I'd be happy to.
Like maybe we should all meet in a
That's a
room.
very cool video. I just saw the video. It's great.
Yeah, it's just a little spin. I got some photos too that I'm gonna tweet out here pretty soon. There's just so much to look at. Like I could get lost in here.
Yeah, I got
Winston,
lost
is
building
this
it.
your collection? Everything on here, this is your work of art?
No, this is all work from the Infinite Worlds magazine. All the artists are listed on the little placards next to each piece. But I'm not a visual artist myself. I'm a writer, but yeah, this is all stuff that's appeared, like art that's appeared in various issues of the magazine.
Oh, I see the plaques now. Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you for clarifying that.
No worries.
Yeah, it's super cool. Winston is the founder of this magazine. He just taking his passions and building an incredible community around it. I mean, all these artists are like insanely talented. The fact that this started like out of a basement is like insane to me.
Mm, it did.
Yeah, I love every piece in here. It's very well done. I can see the time spent, and yeah, there is so much detail in every one of these pieces. So,
I'm an art fan, you know.
no, and the gallery is great. I mean, you build a nice gallery. It's great
Thank
to
you.
to walk through and just see everything all in one place.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Very welcome, sir.
It's exciting too because I mean I just can't wait to see like the whole infinite worlds like space. Like going through that with VR is gonna be like
Oh
insane.
man, I cannot wait to go through it in VR. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be insane. And just even like tapping into the artist and what world you could build is it's incredible. Even in this gallery with VR is like wow, insane.
I personally own an Oculus, but I haven't tried Spatial in VR. I know you can.
Oh man, you're missing out, dude. You gotta tap in like ASAP. It's so cool.
All right, I'm gonna set it up tonight.
Yeah,
Sweet.
this should be your first gallery that you step into. Also, guys, Tyrone's work is in here, isn't it?
Yeah, Tyrone's got a couple of pieces hanging in here.
Yeah, I see one right here. This one's in the spatial office as well. So I recognize it.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one right here.
this is one of my
Chico's right.
favorites.
This is Tyrone's piece right here. So dope.
Yeah, made with spray paint. Who's
Big Jeff
doing that?
the digital gallery for Infinite Worlds. It sounds like we can talk and visit with other people maybe because I hear these people's voices.
Yeah, we can we can hear all you guys. Hello. Welcome to the space show.
Awesome.
I'm trying to find
Yeah,
you folks so I can lead you to where you would like to go. You're in the middle of the room, it looks like.
yeah, definitely just like move around, guys. Like it's super cool in here. There's so many different pieces, so many different artists. Like this is amazing seeing all this in one place. And you guys can also catch some of the covers in here as well.
Yeah, the
How
covers
many
for the first 10 issues are around, scattered in the rooms, individual rooms.
I love this piece here by, let's see, Heska Sonnet.
Cheska is one of my absolute favorite people and one of my favorite artists. She did the cover for Infinite Worlds number
I mean, like
6.
this piece is literally like, whoa. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, she's a genius for sure.
Yeah, for sure, like stamped. Like this is awesome. So cool how this is like a print magazine and now it's a digital gallery.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's so, like, for me, it's so much fun. Like getting to see these pieces. I mean, I've been collecting the pieces for so long, and putting them together in the magazine, and then just getting to share them all at once. Like not all. I mean, this probably represents about, I don't know, about 10% of the art that's appeared in the magazines altogether.
Right. And like also, guys, it's collection of short stories as well, right, Winston?
Yeah, that's right. And comics and interviews with some somewhat famous people. I did Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance and Del the Funky Homo Sapien and a bunch of science fiction.
That one was awesome.
Yeah, a bunch of artists and some, just some random people who really aren't even related to science fiction. I like to interview sci-fi fans that are, that you've heard the name of, and not necessarily sci-fi like art authors and that kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool just to have like just a strong community around a common interest. That's how all these
Right.
different mediums of art were born. Like the digital paintings, the writing, the stories, like all of that comes from common interests. So
I hear some applause. Thank you, whoever is applauding.
yeah, I'm just like, this is amazing. I'm like lost in here. I definitely want to check this out on VR like ASAP.
I think you might get even more lost if you
Yeah,
were
like
like. I feel like I would get even more lost if, because
right.
then you kind of looking at it in like at the correct, you know, from a first person view. You know,
Esta na lang, no? Jailer.
Well, I have people join me. I don't know where they're coming from. Oh, there we go.
and if you guys can all hear me, one thing you can do if you're like hearing a bunch of voices and you don't know where those people are, one thing you can do is if you go to the bottom right hand corner of your screen and you see the three dots there, you hit that and you go to settings. At the top, you'll see the first option is spatial audio fall off. If you turn that on, you'll only hear the people that are like in proximity to your avatar, like the other avatars that are nearby, and it'll filter out the avatars that are further away.
Yes, and I also can mute people. If they get too rowdy.
Yeah, if you get tired of hearing my voice, just mute me. I'm just gonna
Yeah, I'll
randomly
just
talk.
mute you.
Please do. Yeah, I know you will.
This is awesome. I'm so proud of this. Like this looks so awesome. Like, and it's just so different from what we normally have in Spatial. Like I think this is just super cool because you know it's a print magazine, and I'm excited to see like how you merge like such a traditional art form with like such new edge technology. Like it's super cool.
You guys gave me a great idea yesterday when we were on IG Live to have people reading their short stories in here, and I think that's a terrific idea, and I'll definitely do that in the future.
For sure. And even how this and even how like this could expand like your artist, like doing like some digital things too. Like especially it being science fiction, it's so science fiction.
Wonder how comics would be in this kind of space. Curious.
How comics would look?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
that's
would
I mean
you
that's an interesting
structure
idea. You could probably do like a comic in a like the way I've got each room set up. Each room is set up by individual issues. It's art from individual issues, and you'll see the cover of each issue in the room that represents, you know, that issue.
Right.
But I can, instead of doing it that way, I could spread the different panels of the comic around the room in like, you know, clockwise order or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, this is Tony. By the way.
it.
I did the hazmat, so I'm just curious how it would look.
That would be so cool being able to read from start to finish, like based off the room you're in, traveling.
Yeah.
That's
You mentioned
super nice.
hazmat.
No, yeah. This is Tony. I
Oh,
did
this
the
is Tony.
hazmat.
Oh, dude, what's up, man?
Yeah. How you doing?
Doing great, man.
Nice to meet
The
you.
finale is coming out soon. I'm excited. Like,
I'm very
sorry it's
excited
taken
as
such a
well.
long time to get that issue out into the world, but it's happening. It's just slow going.
It's all good, man.
You know, I'm a fan.
Yeah, appreciate you putting it on. Like,
Dude, I mean, thanks for making it. Come on. Like, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't put that up there, man? Like, if like, what publisher would get that and be like, nah, it's so cool. It's got that like
I'm
kind of like a throwback style too, which I really love.
That's cute. Everything is so detailed. How do you go about like finding these artists, Winston? Is this organic or?
Well, part of it is, I mean, I sit on my phone and scroll. You know, one thing I really like to do is I don't like to do it, but I used to like to do it. Now I've kind of burnt myself on like the enjoyment part of it. But I scroll Instagram all the time, and ArtStation and DeviantArt constantly. Like I just open it up and start scrolling. One, because I'm just trying to find things to post on my social media, on the Infinite World social media. But while I'm doing it, I'm also being like, oh, well, this artist is a contemporary artist, and I could, possibly check out more of their work or see if they're interested in participating in Infinite Worlds. And it's a lot of sending out emails, putting out feelers.
Yeah.
Most artists that I approach to be in the magazine are, generally pretty interested. Like having your stuff in print is it's desirable for artists, especially in the 21st century when so many things are digital. But it's not this is way more exposure here, though.
Well, I think that's the cool part about it. It's like I am like a whole journalism nerd, so like I do love print. I'm always gonna love print. But it's so cool seeing the two merge. Like you don't, especially as we introduce hyperlinks and all these other cool features into our platform. It's gonna be so cool being able to sell prints through Spatial. So I think it's just
Absolutely. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, I agree.
We talked about that a lot today, and Infinite Worlds is like the perfect example of like, now I'm not even just saying this obviously because I'm like on the Spatial team, but like, the possibility of Spatial, like it doesn't have to be like an NFT for it to be something that is super interactive and incredibly valuable for every type of creator. Like it's Infinite Worlds is really the start of opening that door.
Thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. Like, I've got mad respect for what you do too. Your work with this website's awesome, and you obviously your passion for journalism and the written word that's inspiring to me.
Yeah, that's why Infinite Worlds is so dope. It's like the short stories and not like this isn't like average art. Like this is like mind blowing, incredible art.
Yes.
With amazing stories, and also you're able to like have it in print. You can buy this magazine and also enter a digital gallery. I can't imagine when you guys have like an actual Infinite Worlds and you're able to add portals to these different artists galleries. I mean, like this is so cool. And also, you guys, Winston has another magazine as well called Infinite Horrors. So it's kind of like the spooky version of Infinite Worlds. I'm super excited for that space too, because it's like that's gonna be just incredible in VR, like incredibly terrifying.
I'm gonna make that space as scary as I possibly can.
Yeah, it's like a Web3 haunted house. That's so sick.
Yeah, that's a really exciting and intriguing like concept for me to like get going on that. So that'll be happening fairly soon.
Exactly, and you don't have to lose, your traditional print. Like it's still cool. Have both.
Yeah, it's have both.
Because it's just like also, everyone has different interests. Like some people, like me, even though I was born in '98, I still care about print, and I think it's cool. Phone call there.
This is a dope ass.
Yeah, I mean, this is like literally the only type of like, unless there's a sci-fi room out there that I don't know about, this is like the most extensive sci-fi community now that we have on Spatial. It's super cool.
Already.
I'm so obsessed. Like we were literally talking about like Infinite World, like a space, Infinite Horrors, like haunted house. Like that is just so sick.
Yeah, I'll have to warn people. It'll be like, hey guys, this is gonna be a little
like this is gonna be terrifying.
Yeah, so might be a little bit rated R. They're a little bit too with the scary violence and stuff.
But it's just so cool because like when I even think about like Halloween, like Infinite Horrors, Halloween 2022 is gonna be like lit.
Yeah.
Yes. I sure hope so. Halloween's my favorite holiday, that's for sure.
I know. I'm like a theater nerd, so like I love costumes and all that. And like Infinite Worlds is just super dope. Like you could have a costume party in here.
You ever go to Dragon Con? You said you're from Atlanta, right?
I have not been to Dragon Con. I've heard of it, but I have not been.
Well, you should come out this year. I usually go every year. It's fun as crap. It's so much fun. You know, people think it's like fantasy specific, but it's not at all. It's like whatever your interest is, you can represent it.
Yeah.
When is
Um,
it?
Wait, when is it?
It's Labor Day weekend.
Okay, so the 28th. I actually will be in Atlanta for that. So that's actually
Well, even if you don't buy tickets are a little on the expensive side, but even if you don't buy a ticket, you can come downtown and hang out and see all the people just milling around. Like 130,000 people show up.
Oh my god, that's
Uh,
insane.
I'm definitely
do
gonna
we
be
have
there
so
because I'm in Atlanta as well, so I'm
Do
definitely
we
gonna
have
be
people
there.
from Atlanta in here?
Yes,
Wait,
girl, me
who's from Atlanta? I'm from Atlanta
right
too.
here. Yes,
Oh my gosh, I
girl.
love this. I literally been telling everyone at Spatial like Atlanta is so lit. Like
It
all
is.
it,
like you understand me when I like Winston understood too when I was like when we get Spatial to like the Atlanta creative scene on a mass scale, that's gonna be like
Yes,
in free like that's gonna be sorry.
hey, G is here.
exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if she can hear.
I can hear. This is super exciting.
We're just
Winston,
talking
you
about
look phenomenal. Like, my God,
It
your
looks
avatar.
yeah, I picked a really boring avatar, so apologies for that. I just wanted to be, you know,
No.
relatively recognizable, just look like myself for this one. In the future, I'll be like a cyborg or something.
Yeah, do you like my pink hair?
Yeah, I love
This is
it.
my
Awesome.
digital identity.
Dude, you look great. That is, I'm like standing on you. Sorry, I'm trying to get a look. Yeah, you look so good.
It's kind of funny, like personal
My-
space. Like it's still a thing.
Yeah, you look great. That's awesome.
This is exactly what
Um,
I want to be in the physical world, pink hair. But my God, Winston, this is crazy.
It
Oh,
looks
holy
so cool. And look at T's piece right here. Gia, look at
cow.
T's piece right here. Do you see it?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It looks
Yeah, right
beautiful.
here. It's so cool. I know. It
Holy,
looks so cool.
oh my God, Winston, I'm getting emotional. Dude.
aw,
Dude.
make me feel.
Like, ah, you did a great job. You did a great job. This is
Thank you.
everything.
This was a lot of fun. I mean, it was like, you know, sitting at my computer for, you know, several hours. But man, it was a ton of fun.
Yeah, like you
Oh.
curated a whole freaking gallery and it looks amazing. Like each piece, like I've walked around, like I can't get tired of walking around. Like you will find a new amazing thing to be obsessed with. Like it's the artists are amazing and every single cover is just stunning. Like truly, everyone saw my like nerding out on the live. If you were on the live yesterday.
Yeah, it's
So I'm trying to like,
nerded
keep it
out.
like low right now, but I was like freaking out yesterday. It's so cool to me.
Oh, how I'm gonna have to now that it's open, Winston, I gotta come in and film it so we could just do a proper, you know,
Yeah,
like
I did like
teaser
a
of it.
cute little teaser video, but we have to get like a fire vid.
Yeah, I
By all
agree.
means, if I can help, whatever you need me to do to help, just let me know. Like you guys are, I mean, I can't thank you enough for all the support and just, you know, hooking me up with a space to hang all this art. I mean, it wouldn't be here without you. So, you know that.
I'm
Like
not
you're
gonna lie to
making
you.
it so easy. Like this work, like why would we not want to have this? Like this is amazing work.
This is so cool. Like honestly, Winston, I've seen this gallery so many times. This is the best curation I've ever seen. And there's not many people
Oh
who have
man.
it, but I mean like I've seen a lot of art come into these walls, and this is like
This is like
really
top tier.
honestly, yeah, this is like one of the best galleries I've ever seen. Like this is so freaking cool. Like every room is awesome, man. Like
And like
shout out
Thank you.
every like Winston, you gotta tell Dia some of like the star artists that are in here. Like there's some heavy hitters in here.
Yeah, I definitely, one of my things is I like to try to work with artists that are kind of up and comers instead of established artists,
But
because
it's like
I feel like even
popping.
though obviously there are plenty of really great established artists out there, I think there's a lot of people who haven't been given a chance yet that are just as talented. But when I do get to connect with some of the bigger name artists, it really, you know, it's gratifying for sure. for
Well,
sure.
I feel like
Right.
And I've
everyone
had
in
some.
here is like a heavy hitter. Like I don't know who is like considered a quote unquote star and not. Like everyone's work in here is literally like mind blowing. Like
I
they
agree. I couldn't agree
everyone
more.
needs to know who they are.
And that's one of the favorite things about it too, is that like we haven't gotten the hyperlinks up yet, but you can read the tags on the little plaques, and go visit their own spaces. Like if you're doing this on your desktop or your laptop, you can just take your phone in your other hand and just like hit up their Instagram or their website.
I'm like trying to take a
Um,
picture. I'm like, I'm putting this on social. What's my favorite piece? It's so hard to choose though.
Yeah, that trying to pick a favorite is like I had to select, 5 or 6 from an issue, and they're usually about 20 pieces or 25 pieces in each issue, or
Yeah.
something like that. And having to pick was really hard. It was
It's
super
like
hard
near
because
impossible. I feel for you. I'm like, geez, like every piece is just a banger. I'm like, gosh, I don't know what to choose. I think Pix is in here too. Pix, which one are you like fangirling over? What's your favorite? Oh, I see her. Pix, I'm like chasing you
think she
down
would
with
be
your blue
probably
hair.
in Twitter Spaces. She's probably with T right now in Twitter Spaces. So like she might be in here, but like listening to T.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, I get that. I get that. I know T is like working on the Twitter space, hyping it up. You know what I think though, Win? We should probably put something. Hold on, where are you? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there you go. Winston, you know what I'm thinking? We should
what's that?
probably put like either a cover on these walls, like these are art walls, so people know. Maybe just on these like these walls over here,
Follow you here. Hold
like
on,
the
let me.
hero wall,
Well, with
like
these
on
walls
this side.
here, what I had originally wanted to do, I just ran out of time. The thing is that I had originally budgeted the time to do more, but I had a problem with
You're
one of
good.
my issues, and I had to reschedule some travel. And I'm traveling right now. I'm in
Yeah, I
Atlanta, and I live in.
remember.
Yeah. So, but what I originally wanted to do is I include like quotes from authors about science fiction in the magazines, like graphically designed, like quotes that are like run through a graphic designer to look like, kind of like stylized. And I was going to put those on those walls was my plan. Like big quotes, like inspiring science fiction related quotes. But
Oh,
that was the idea, but I just ran out of time, and I regret it a little bit. I definitely regret it because I mean that is primo space to use. But
don't worry, love. It's so good. And if you want to send us whatever you need, like we'll create it for you and put it up.
well, I have the person doing it and everything, but like I said, because I had to travel and do this, I had to reassign my designer to do other stuff this week. But when I get back next week, and as soon as I get back, it'll be one of the first things I do is
Oh,
like
don't worry.
use this
This is
experience to try to like see where I can go and what different things I can do.
Yeah, this is so exciting. I mean, like I get so stoked to see the logo on these big walls. Like this is just super cool. It's just, I mean, like I'm like overwhelmed, Winston, honestly. Like I know we talked about it,
I
you
can't
know,
wait
over a month
to
ago,
like
but it's so cool.
I can't wait to also like I don't know when you plan to do this, Winston, but like honestly, even if it's like next week, like I would like people reading short stories in here from the magazine would be so
Oh,
cool.
That
I
would be. I
that
bet
is
I could probably arrange that. I could probably arrange that fairly easily.
like we should do that next. We should do it like next week. Like I want to sit in here and hear a story.
Some of this, I love some of the short stories too, and I could even probably get some of the people who I've interviewed to come in and do a Q&A if they have time.
Yeah, that will, and like even some of these artists, like we should definitely
Yes.
like connect after this and see how we can get some of the artists in here. And I think someone reading a short story is just like amazing. Like as
I
we're
love
walking
that.
around and hearing a story and like looking at the art, that is just so cool. And such a cool way to engage like the print magazine. Like that's just amazing.
Also, who hooked up the skybox, man? Like the spaceships outside. I am fangirling. I am
The
fangirling like
spaceships look so cool.
right.
Yeah, the spaceships was my idea. As soon as I saw that you could put a night sky outside, I was like, oh, I've got to put some UFOs out there. Come on.
Yes, exactly. Oh, dude, Winston, you're the coolest. I totally agree. Let's get some programming in here and we'll oh, thank you for your coughing. I appreciate that, Jamie. I think what we do is like set up some programming nights and have sci-fi night in here. You see how easy it is to hang out and just talk.
For sure. For sure. Like this is actually turning out to be really, besides just myself and Tyrone hanging out here a little bit, this is turning out to be my first time with
Yeah,
like
like
a
people are
group of people in
talking.
here.
Yeah. Like
I
people
think
are
it's
coming
nice.
in, and it's cool.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Like I'll probably just keep a tab. My plan now is to just keep a tab open
Yeah.
on my desktop because I sit at it all day. Like my job requires me sitting in front of my computer all day.
Cool.
So I'll just keep it open and just click over to that tab every once in a while and see what's going on and check in.
Right, and say hi to people. And then
Say
we
hi.
just
Yeah,
need
check.
to that's why I think like programming nights are cool, we'll just like have some sci-fi nights and either one of the writers might want to read a piece. I love that idea from Hawa. We can have some of the artists come in and talk about their work. We could just have like general sci-fi like community come in here and have a clubhouse. Like
Yeah, this
it's
is like
so
the
big. We can do
sci-fi
so
like
much.
headquarters, like literally.
Seriously. Literally.
Well, that's definitely what I would like it to be. I mean, for sure. Like that's my ultimate goal is to be like the sci-fi hub. Because honestly, like I'll be truthfully y'all, that like I grew up in sci-fi and everything, but sci-fi's got some problems. It's pretty problematic sometimes. And sometimes it's not a very welcoming space. And I just hate that so much. And I just want to create a space that's not like that. That's like for everyone, like a for everyone space. And a lot of the big brands that are like the sci-fi brands aren't like that, Sometimes, I mean, again, I don't like to be all political all the time. It's like I know that's sort of a fault of mine is always getting political when I don't need to. But like there's a lot of like sexism and racism and stuff in sci-fi, like the sci-fi community, like a bunch of dudes thinking that they run the show. And I hate that, I want it to be really everybody's space. And
I mean, we're
that's
the
not
exact
fair.
same way.
And
It's just
I feel
creating
like
spaces where everyone can be together,
right. And that's the ultimate goal. Like I write intros for all of the issues of the magazine, and they're kind of like my soapbox, I kind of like spend 1,000 words talking about something that's on my mind. But a subject I always the first issue starts with, like it or not, we're all in this together. And
Right. I love that.
yeah,
and that I think that's the biggest
We
and
are.
most important theme of it is how we are, like the human race is one race. We're like all these like lines we draw on, invisible barriers and everything. It drives me crazy. Because we're gonna live or die together. So
I know. We talk about that often ourselves, right? Like, how can we bring everyone together? How can we work more cohesively, just as like one community that's trying to do something together? I mean, in a lot of ways, like Web3 is one of the biggest social experiments we can find, right? We're taking what we've seen in sci-fi and now we're just creating this like new form of society and rules.
I love it too. Like I was skeptical at first, but I am so sold now.
always takes us
Once you
like
get in
getting
it, you're
past
like,
that
wait.
first. It's like that first like hurdle, and then once you pass it, your brain just like explodes. And you're like, oh my goodness, like this is just the
You're like, wait a minute,
yeah, like
amazing
this is
humans are
iconic.
converging.
Yeah, like literally, like the Web3 aha moment.
Yeah, there really was
The
that. There really was that
Web3
aha moment.
It
that's
happens to
like a
everybody when they're
TikTok or
like, wait a
something.
minute.
Like literally.
No, for
a
real. Like
Web3
everybody goes through that. It's like what is this? You want me to live in a computer game? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's more to this? Okay, cool. I'm down.
like
I'm down for
literally. And it's funny because like I am super like a Web 2.5. So like that's why I love Spatial, because it's so accepting of everyone and like every like perspective, and we really are like just so artist focused. And I'm like, even what you say, like Winston, like in regards to like the sci-fi scene, like this is how you can like make it different and like interactive and something so much cooler than it's ever been before. So it's just super exciting to see like where
Well,
all this
I
goes.
really hope that does work out that way, because I don't plan on giving up trying. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, look how far it's gotten you already. Like this is just, well, like when we were talking on live yesterday and you're like, this is just what I like, and now it's this. I'm like, that's amazing.
It's definitely that. It started out as just a passion project for me, and now it's become like my career. And
Yeah, that's like the best thing.
I'm a very, very lucky person. I realize that. Very lucky, very fortunate, very
Well, it's a super special gallery, man. Like, I am so proud of you. This is literally insane. I can't wait for more of your community to check it out too.
I think one of the
Like the incubator. Who made this piece? The incubator. I'm like looking at it.
I was
that's
fangirling.
a niche cha. It's Anna Bull Christensen. She's from Belgium.
Yeah, like I am amazed. I am amazed. Like this piece is incredible. Like
We do
what?
Infinite Worlds
I am
trading cards.
fangirling.
We do Infinite Worlds trading cards that features some of these works that you're looking at now on the trading cards. And Anna's was one of the very first ones I made. I think it's card number 2. It might even be card number 2. Like
Yeah, this is like one of my favorites for sure in here. It's just so cool.
I try to, like I say, I try to make as much, like try to do as many styles and different takes on it as possible, because I want it to, even they all speak to me. Like, it speaks to me as an individual, but everybody has different tastes, so it's hard to know which pieces will speak to other people. So I try to vary it as much as I can.
Well, that's what I was actually going to say when I first came in here. Like, there's not one like undeniable theme between all these, but like there still kind of is like underlying. Obviously, it's all sci-fi, but it's just so cool how you curated it, where it's like so individualistic, but it still all goes together. Like, I don't know. It's super cool.
Thank you.
Like the theme, it's not really themed, but it kind of is at the same time. It just works well.
Yeah, I get that question a lot. People often are like, "What is the
Yeah.
theme of this issue?" And I'm like, "Well, there's not a specific theme. I guess it's just where my head
The
was."
theme is sci-fi.
Yeah, besides science fiction, and I was like, I guess it's just where my head was when I was putting that issue together.
Yeah, that one and like the Chrysalis one, those are like my 2 favorite ones. This one is so cool. It's like, I don't know. I really have to.
Like, I'm jellyfish starfish right now. Wait, hold on. What is it called? Sorry. Let me look it up. Jellyfish Starship by Moon Patrol. Obsessed.
I gotta
Yeah,
find you.
Moon Patrol is these are very recognized. That's all traditional collage and traditional and digital collage. But he has like 400,000 followers on Insta, or more than that maybe. Hold on. And he put out a coffee table sized collection of his book or his work. That's like one of the most impressive art books I've seen. So yeah, and he's a big advocate for
I can see
the
it.
magazine.
I can
He
literally
always
hear us taking screenshots right
Yeah,
now because we're all taking photos.
Yeah, we're all taking photos. Like, I'm obsessed. Like, this is like, I'm like about to get like a new background or something. Like,
by all means, by all means.
I
Do me a
can't
favor though.
wait. Like, we really have to get the artists in here, Winston. Like that. I want to talk to these people who have made.
Ray, we want to hear
that's-
their stories and their vision.
I definitely will. I'll try to invite, try to schedule some artists. I tried to do it for this, but like I said, I ended up having to travel this week, and we had already, moved this release around, so it kind of like disrupted those plans a little bit. But like, I definitely intend to like have the artists like come here at a specific time and schedule it, and like let everybody know that myself and a couple of artists are going to be hanging out, and I'd love it if you joined us as well, obviously, both of you.
Yeah, of course. I will definitely be there. As soon as you do the short stories, I'm definitely there for that. And like any artist that's in here, like I just want to meet them. Like I want to talk to them and know their creative processes. And you know, some of these people you told me are like these are hand drawn and hand like watercolor and like you know like that's real craftsmanship, which I love. So I really love talking to the artist directly too and just figuring out like you know what even the inspiration is between these pieces because we all like attach our own stories to it. Like everyone's attracted to their own to you know a single piece in here, but also hearing from the artists and where they came from is super eye-opening sometimes.
Yeah, that's the best part of my job is definitely getting to just meet these people and talk to them and like build relationships with them. And I've always been an art fan. We talked about this yesterday. I've always been an art fan. You know, I like going to local galleries and just meeting artists. And I just happen to be friends with a lot of artists. You know, they're just the kind of
Right.
personality that I vibe with. But
Yeah, I'm sure these
Uh,
people are a ton of fun. I'm sure these people are a ton of fun.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I'd love to meet any of these artists. They're so
I
fun and
know,
cool. And
I'm
like,
want to be
I'm like, how
friends.
does your brain work like this? So like, how are you creating and dreaming this? Like, this is amazing.
I know, like your manifest, like this did not exist until it came out of your brain. Like that's insane.
I know it blows my mind when every time like I'll just be scrolling and I'll see some piece of work and I'll be like, somebody made that, somebody imagined that
like,
and then made it.
what?
How did you do that?
So dope.
Right.
Like I'm still like finding new pieces that I'm obsessed with, like wallflower.
Yeah, Wallflower's a
This one's so
lovely piece.
badass. It looks so cool. She's like a Martian. This is awesome. I'm really happy you did this,
That's
Winston.
Kit Layfield. Kit does some real strange stuff sometimes, but this piece really like I saw this and I was like, wow, look at that.
Yeah,
What's
this
going
one's
on?
like telling a story.
For sure.
Like
For
where
sure.
has this character been? You know, like what is happening in her world? Like it's so cool. Like that's why I want to hear like the short stories as well because I'm like that's like the fun part too, like adding story, like you know, a story, like transporting to a different place and like just hearing it. I don't know. I feel like I'm being a journalism nerd right now, but like
Have you
this is what
Hala, have you seen a copy of the magazine in person?
I have not. Like I literally am going to buy one. Like
No, I'll just mail you one.
oh my god, are you serious? Like really?
I'm 100% serious. I'm kidding. I'm literally sitting. I'm sitting in a room full of like 10,000 copies of it. Like right
Oh
this
my
second.
goodness. Well, I want like a signed copy because this is gonna be worth like so much one day.
Well, pick a room and just tell me which one of these you want, and I'll send it to you.
Oh
Shoot me
my
your address or
gosh,
whatever.
Winston. This is like so major for me. I'm serious. Like I don't many people don't know like I have a journalism degree and I'm totally like a writing nerd. And it's just so cool like seeing like the tech and the art and the writing come together is like so cool to me. And like I really appreciate that. Like I literally am actually gonna send you my address because I actually want this.
Okay, well, I mean,
Like I have
please
to
do.
look
I
at
mean
all
it.
the
Like, yeah, I'd love for you to.
Winston, you
Oh,
know,
look,
I gotta reach out to you
Ginny.
anyway. 'Cause I want to have some of the copies at NFT NYC. And
Yes.
it's just such a major moment. So I want to make sure
Well,
we are also, you know, showing the gallery and the magazines during that time.
Well, I would be obviously the help you've given me. I'd be so happy to do that. Obviously, just
Oh,
you
don't
know,
worry,
if you want
dude.
me to.
I'll like pay for them, but it was more like,
No, you don't
hey,
need
just
to. You
like
no,
save me a
no.
few copies because I'm gonna buy some from you.
Well, like I say, I'm happy to
That's
just send them like gratis because you've been so supportive.
Oh,
And like
yeah. Well, I definitely want to keep promoting it. Like, we have a whole long time together, brother. Like, this
I know
gallery's
Yeah,
here.
yeah, this space is it like I've spent so much time in this space over the past few weeks, like past month or so, that it really is starting to feel like a home to me. Like no kidding.
I want
Like
to
when
say
I'm
that.
It really does.
That's
It
like
feels
the
very
biggest thing we hear. Always people tell us that. They're like, oh, this is my home. And we're
I
like,
wish I
yeah,
could-
it is your home. It's your real home.
wish I could make my actual home look like this.
Oh yeah, well, I wish I
Right?
had pink hair too. Trust me. I
That's why
empathize.
Web3 is important. That's why Web3 is important because you get to just
Yeah.
express yourself. Like, you know, this is super fascinating, like in this medium, you know, even if it were to be in real life as well, which would probably be just as cool. It's just cool that anyone can hop in and like just experience this, especially in VR, like, you know, with pink hair. Like, you know, like you can just do whatever you want. It's so fun. I'm so excited I'm getting a magazine printed. Like that just made my whole Friday.
I'm happy to do it. Happy to do it. I can personalize a note if you want, or whatever you want. I mean, I can
Well,
send you
honestly,
a
I
signed
could
one.
probably just come pick it up if you're going to be in Atlanta next weekend because I will also be in Atlanta next weekend.
I won't be there next week. I leave. I'm here this weekend, and then I leave Tuesday night to head back to Denver. But I'll be back in a couple of weeks, and then I'll be back again in like July, and then in September.
We'll figure
Um,
something out. But you could probably just
Yeah, let's. Well, I'll mail it to you if I don't get an opportunity to hand it to you in real life.
yeah, for sure. Because also, like, I totally want you to like do like some type of Infinite Worlds like real life event in Atlanta if you're doing those. That would be
I just
so
did
cool
one
to
last
have
night.
that. Yeah, how did that go?
Really well, extremely well. It was mostly people that I knew because I haven't been able to do a live event in a long time, and I moved. So
Right.
you know, I had people that I hadn't seen in a while, so it was a lot of people I knew, but not all. But it was really well. It went really well. I made like $1,000 in one day selling magazines. It's
Whoa.
unusual for me, you know.
No, dude,
Typically
that's
don't.
awesome.
That's why I can't wait for hyperlinks. Like that's just gonna really, I really hope that just helps the magazine all around. Because the print side of it is super cool too to have both. And
Well,
I
it can't
just,
hurt.
you know, yeah, it can't.
Well, what is the magazine retails for what when?
There are two different
Like-
versions of the magazine. For
Okay.
every issue that comes out, there are two different versions. There's the newsstand version, which I send out through Diamond Distributors and ends up on the shelves in comic book shops, and that's $13. And then there's the
Okay.
direct edition, which you can order from my website, and that one's signed
Right.
and numbered, and that one's $18.
That's still like
18?
so
That's right.
Oh, hold on. Let me get this like photo up because I'm gonna link to the website on our stories. Like, order one now.
yeah, like literally.
Sweet.
Yeah, because I just put the video up, G, so maybe we should do another one with like
I just put
Um,
like a post of me like staring at a photo, but I shouldn't have. I was sorry, my bad. But I'm gonna put a picture up of the.
right. No, that's
Right
fine.
now,
I
some
like
of my
keep
back
going,
issues.
you know.
Right now, some of the back issues are actually on sale, so they're actually cheaper than that at the website right now.
Oh wow, this is so cool, dude. I'm definitely ordering one like right now.
Yeah,
Let me go to your
Thank you.
webpage and get your what do you call it? Your website link.
So it's just
Drives me nuts.
infiniteworldsmagazine.com.
Oh, that was pretty easy. Sorry.
Right. I try to make
You're
it as
like,
simple as
well,
I
that's
can.
great.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean-
like, come on, Gia. Oh my Dude, the
This is
covers.
awesome. I kind of want to
are
hop
so sick.
into the. I also think, Winston, you should hop into the Twitter space at some point as well, and maybe chat to some of the people in there.
Okay, well,
Oh, yeah.
I will do that. I'm gonna head out and go to the Twitter space for a little bit, and then I'll come back.
Yeah, you
Okay,
could always
cool.
like just mute yourself, you know, in web browser and then just hop over to Twitter.
Yeah.
Good idea. I'll see you both
We'll do that.
pretty soon, I think.
All
Okay,
right,
yeah,
love.
let me
We'll see you soon.
see you soon.
All right, bye.
Hey, Treat. Oh, hey, Bree. I didn't even know you were in here.
They're all in Twitter Spaces, G. I can hear them talking.
Oh, they're in Twitter Spaces.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, let me
Tree,
hop over.
Bree. Yeah.
Let me just like mute here and then listen in.
Donna, can you hear me? Is Carlos behind you? Get up here.
Hey, Carlos, I can hear you. I'm also on the Twitter Space right now.
Oh, okay. Are you doing, are you streaming?
Nope, I'm not streaming. I'm just listening in right now to our Twitter space. What's up?
I was wondering if you guys have a wiki on how to use the controls in here. Somebody asked me to do some VR filmmaking in Whirl, and I was wondering if there's some kind of wiki that shows how to turn off the interface and maybe how to move around more smooth than using the keyboard, like an Xbox controller or something like that.
Sure. So, your keyboard and using Looms or QuickTime Player will be the best way for you to record. If you're doing it in VR, I will tell you, like, we do a lot of big filmings for different studios. In your VR headset, you're going to get like 1 to 2K resolution. The Oculus headset does not create a high visibility, like a high resolution video.
right,
You actually
right.
want to stay away from that. You're going to get
Right.
very low frame rate and you're going to get very low workable footage if you're trying to show it anywhere else than social media.
Right. So what did you suggest that I do? Looms, did you say?
Yeah, I would use your web browser. So you can use, if you have a Mac, you can use Control and the minus button. That'll reduce the UI, so you get a wider screen. I have an iMac personally, so I like to just extend my screen as big as possible, and then I'll use Control minus to lower the UI, like make the UI very small, and then I use QuickTime if I don't need audio, and I use Looms in 4K if I do need audio, and I record right from our platform. Pretty much all of our marketing videos, almost all of them are actually shot within the platform.
Just take a deep breath,
And
and it
then
will
if you
work
want,
itself out.
I'm on Windows, Windows 10.
oh, you're on Windows 10, so you're using a PC. You can use Loom and QuickTime as well. The only problems with PC and why a lot of creatives like to use Mac is the color match, right? And making sure you get more vibrance in your color. What we do
Right.
notice is in PC, because PC doesn't have that, it's escaping me right now, the retina sort of screens usually, you don't get that same beautiful resolution and color and spatial sometimes in PC.
Okay.
So that might be
Okay.
a challenge that you have, that doesn't have anything to do with the platform, but just be aware of it. You might have to do some
Yeah.
color editing afterward on
Right.
the footage, you
Yeah,
know,
no
just to hold
problem.
that top. And then you
Boost
kind
it
of want
up.
to use Q and E on your keyboard. Those are like good tools to remember to kind of get a good 360 slow pan around.
Q and E? Yeah. Can you control the
Q&E is
speed of
slower.
that?
You can control it at a slower speed. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get like a dolly shot or like
Yeah.
move the camera in and out. The other thing you could do is on your PC, if you press Shift and H, it'll get you like a like make your avatar invisible so that you can pan your camera around, which is really cool. You can also go into first person mode by like zooming in on your camera. That'll make your
Right.
avatar disappear as well. I mean, we do so many filmings. It does take a little bit of work. And if you are familiar with Unity, some of the best things you could do is just take your whole 3D model and then drop it in Unity and film within Unity as well. You'll get a few more camera controls there.
Wow. Okay. Can you fly in Whirl?
Well, I mean, I would never show flying in Spatial because that would be untrue to the product. But I mean, you could do quite a few things in Unity if you wanted to.
I see. Okay. So you
Yeah.
you kept talking about control minus that will
Yeah.
reduce the interface.
It'll reduce the UI. So like the control
Okay.
buttons and things like that, it'll make them really, really, really tiny and then get you a
Mhm.
bigger frame that you can work with.
What about people entering the room? I see that dialog box that pops up at the bottom. Is that possible to turn off?
Well, the best thing is if you're doing a shoot, you might want to just do it in your own private room. You know, these are public spaces. So
Yeah.
unless you're renting the space from the owner, you know, if you love the space and you're like, oh, I want to shoot in your space, you know, the owner, you could always rent a space or have like a small fee, or they might just be like, yeah, do it, you know. But we'd have to take the space, make a template of it, and make it private for you to shoot in if you didn't
I
want
see.
people coming in.
Well, it's an event where they're going to have people, and they've asked me to record the event, and so that's what
Oh,
I'm trying
yeah.
to. Yeah,
We
that's
do
what I'm
that
trying to figure
all
out.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do it
Yeah.
all the time. You are like your avatar is the videographer in that stage.
Right.
So actually,
Right.
you know what, dude? Are you on Instagram?
Yes.
You know what? I would love if you shot us a DM and just say, my name is Gia. Just say like, hey, Gia, it's the videographer you were talking to. And I'll send
Mhm.
you some helpful like shortcuts, you know, the keys
Okay.
and stuff that you can use.
On Instagram, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it
And
on Twitter too, but I'll respond faster on our Instagram because I'll look out for it.
okay, and do you so it'll be Spatial IO, the Instagram account?
It's Spatial XR on Instagram. I mean, it's just
Oh, it's
Spatial.
XR.
You'll know us when you
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
And like people
And
love doing these shoots in the platform because honestly, like 98% of the videos you see on our Instagram are all shot in platform.
right.
There's only like maybe two that aren't, you know what I mean? And they're like long stories and things like
Mhm.
that. But you know, it's so high fidelity. You're gonna get a beautiful
Right.
image. We just shot for HBO recently. Like it's just so easy to shoot in Spatial.
Nice. You
Once I show you
and
the
so
controls, you'll be okay.
okay, and then you kept saying Loomis. Is that the software you're capturing with?
Yeah, it's just you know, I use this subscription. It's called Looms. What I like about it is that it can export in 4K footage, you know, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's just very true to what's on your screen.
Yeah.
And if depending on where you're posting it, like 2K might be okay on an export if you're just putting it on social media. But if you're just trying to get like a bigger, you know, export, like a nice 4K image is sweet. The other thing with Looms that QuickTime can't do is Looms can record in platform audio.
Yeah. Right. And how do you spell Looms?
It's LOOMS.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I and is it possible to map an Xbox controller so that you could use the controls, the WASD and E and Q onto
Yeah,
a
use the same
controller
controls on your you can really use the
keyboard?
same controls on your keyboard, you know. It's just
Yeah.
that E and Q are the ones that rotate your
Right.
camera.
Right.
You could definitely use the WASD system the same way. Like I'm doing it right now. You see
Yeah.
how it's turning
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
I
But now,
so
I want you to press Q and E on your keyboard. Well, first, I want you to press Shift. Sorry, it's PC, so I'm like,
Shift
what's
H.
control for you? Well, Shift H usually works on Mac. I'm trying to think of what PC controls are, because I'm a Mac. You know, I'm not one of the
Right.
devs, so forgive
Right.
me.
Right. 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 Okay.
But you know, like, it's like whatever is Control V for you will put you in first person mode, so you
Mhm.
have like selfie mode,
Mhm.
and then Q and E get to a beautiful pan around your
Nice.
avatar. That's why I'm like, you see my
Yeah.
avatar is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
moving
It looks
around and like
good.
looking at
Yeah.
you. That is in function with the Q and E function.
Okay. Jana, you're going to see my friend request from Instagram come as Austin Virtual League. And
Awesome. Awesome.
yeah, and my name is Carlos, and I
Yep.
manage that Austin Virtual League. I am in Austin, Texas,
Oh,
and
nice. I love
yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah.
You're yeah, dude, I've spent a lot of time in Austin, quite a bit
Oh,
actually. Yeah, one of my offices used to be in Dallas, and I used to travel to Austin quite a bit.
I
That's
can
awesome,
imagine.
man. Like,
Yeah.
I love this. I can't wait
Oh,
to
great.
collab with you a little bit more.
Yeah. Good. Are you guys on Discord by any chance?
Yeah, definitely. We're a part, you know, we are verified and a partner. So just type in Spatial in Discord
Mhm.
and you'll find us. It's also
Okay.
in our link tree on Twitter and also on our Instagram.
Super nice. All right. Well, I'm glad I met you. And my last name is Austin, like the city. It's a coincidence. And my
How cool
first
is
name
that?
is,
That's great.
yeah, is Carlos. And so I will send you a message right now as soon as I leave the room. And congratulations and thanks for all the
Oh
beautiful
my
info you
God.
gave me.
Yeah, of course. And I'm here to help, you know. I wish that I'll also look into those keyboard functions for PC for you too.
Okay. Yeah. Take your time. If you don't have them at the tip of your, you know, your notes or something, I can wait and just wait for a message from you on Instagram, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna mute now because I am
Yeah.
speaking on the Twitter live.
Okay. I'll let you
But
go.
I'll look out for your message. If you see me
All right.
sitting, it's just because I'm talking on the Twitter.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Bye.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Carlos. Okay, I'm gonna mute now.
little gallery showing
Cool.
of like some of the art. And so there's this app that you can go into, and there's like art from the actual comic. Like,
Weird.
like, and there's people in here.
We are in here. Welcome, guys. Isn't the art just like insane?
My phone just died in the Twitter Spaces, so I guess I'm back in the gallery now.
Oh, I'm just
Which I'm totally okay with because it's wow.
I know I'm in the room, but like I am also like really enjoying this art.
Yeah, like the art is like really like I'm like so serious, Gia. Like this is like my favorite. I think this is like my favorite gallery.
I really want to do like wall murals on the wall.
Like
We gotta
this
get
is
Jahan in here
Yeah.
to attack. it.
Jayhan's in the Twitter space, G. Jayhan's in the Twitter space.
Yo, I'm gonna DM him and be like, bro, I
Yeah,
need you to
like,
work.
you need
the
to hop on
magic."
this.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, Jahan, I got some walls for you.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, we said like Jahan on this, he will
Like,
go
oh my
ham.
god, like it's over with. Like it's over with.
like done so.
Like I'm so freaking excited. Like when they're reading stories in here, like I will be front row.
I know, you know